Morning everyone, and welcome to Tuesday morning, which is an hour earlier than I normally am. So these Americans are going to be getting up at like 7 o'clock in the morning and thinking, Wayne's already finished his stream. I am an hour earlier today, so it's only 6 a.m. on the east coast of America. The reason being is I promised Mrs. World of Wayne I'll take her to see The Edge of Oak Street, the new Ewan McGregor and Hathaway film about a street which has been teleported to another land full of dinosaurs. What more can you want in a film? So that's where I'm going to be straight after the stream today. Although I'm probably going to have a cheeky Nando's first, which is going to be fun. I want to address something on the members stream that we did. And as you can see, I've got the world's first automobile that I built up there. Let me just quickly show you this. Now, this is available through Sterling Kit. I have put the links to this in the video description today. But what we realised is that this thing here is meant to put the pressure on the belt drive here, which drives the wheels, and then when it pulls back, it's too loose, so it won't work. What was happening is the wheels were going around all the time. What we actually need to do is push this belt up and stretch it a bit. It's just new, it needs to be stretched like that, so that when we do push this on, as you can see, the wheels don't go round until I pull this, and then they go round. And then theoretically, when you pull it back, it's supposed to stop. Just like that. So that is how that works. I'm glad I've managed to figure that out. I think the belt just needs a little bit of wearing in there. But absolutely brilliant model this was. I really enjoyed building this. And the next one I'm going to build, let me put this to one side. Stand by. Next one I'm going to build is I've got a moving horse. This one here. I do like these gadgets from Moyu store. And this is actually solar powered. So this horse is going to run for solar power. What more can you want? But it's a cross between Jumanji and Jurassic Park, Richard Stevens. Oh, it looks good. I heard a rumour that Wayne will be making a 1-1 scale tray of homemade biscuit cakes, cookies, donuts and dark chocolate muffins on today's live stream. You've got to think about food. I'll be eating them more before I can actually film it. Do like a snack. I do love my chocolate as well. The reason I'm stalling a bit is because we've got 6 stages today of the Red Bull, and believe me, there's not much to do. I'm finding that on this build, and I found a little bit on the Ferrari, the Michael Schumacher Ferrari as well. There's not much to do at all, and you're going to see that today. So this is probably going to be an incredibly short live stream. The other thing is, if anyone's looking to get into YouTube, and you know, some people like to you know, get qualified, get monetization. There used to be a thing where you had to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Just so you know, YouTube are now changing that. So you still need 1,000 subscribers, but now it's 8,000 watch hours. And another big change that they're making, and it's not going to affect my videos at all, but, well, you'll see what I mean when I say it. Basically, if a video gets 4,000 views, they are engaged views. So that's basically, if someone's watched it and they've watched a fair chunk of the video, that gives a view. From the 24th of August, that changes. Bit like shorts. All you have to do is watch the first frame of the video to count as a view. So you will see my views going all the way up, but it's no relation to monetization or anything like that, or watch hours. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just basically how many physical times someone's been exposed to the video, basically. So there are changes in YouTube at the moment, which I got loads of notifications this morning. I thought, what the hell was this? What's going on here? That's what's going on. So if you want to get into YouTube, having loads of views doesn't mean a thing. It's all to do with watch hours and subscribers. All fun. But let's see what we're doing today. So I'm going to go over to the workstation camera, and obviously I can switch the cameras, as you can see, which is the advantage. And we will start on stage 81. Now, stage 81, there's not much to do at all. Now, normally I don't look to see what we're doing on these, but when I looked at what was in the packs, I realised there isn't much to do. So I wanted to plan my time out here. And the first thing we're going to do is the rear left wheel rain tyre. Although I do think this is an intermediary rather than a rain tyre. It's got a green thing around it. But let's do this now. So I'm going to bring over stage 81. Big old thing this is. Chunk of metal. But obviously it's up to you whether you put this on the car, I'm guessing, because the other ones that I've done of this are just sitting on the tyre rack that we've got. Now, we're supposed to have some screws in this. I'm not seeing any screws there. Stand by. Aha, look, they're in the bag that I threw away. That was almost having a bad time. Right, what are we doing? Okay, we're going to be putting this onto this section here. Now, there is a certain way round this goes. It's actually going to be going that way round so that we can actually see a valve through the hole just there, which is cool. And we're going to be putting this in with the A screws. So 2 of these A screws just through the holes here. 1 and 2. I will check chat in a second at the end of this stage. And then all we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this into the wheel on this side. So I'm just going to line up these holes here into some of the spaces so that can fit perfectly in there, just like that. And there we go. That's all there is to do in that stage. That was quick, wasn't it? Crazy. Right, let's put that to one side. I saw the review of the film you were going to see from the Critical Drinker. He was not complimentary about it. Oh dear. Don't tell me that. That's not good. Look, as long as I've got a Coke and a hot dog, I'll be happy. Although I am going to Nando's, as I said beforehand, so I'll probably miss the hot dog. Okay, again, 1 part in this stage, and this is stage 82, and 3 screws. All we're going to be doing is mounting this to this Batman-mobile-esque base. As you can see, that's how that's looking. You see what I mean? It looks like a Tim Burton Batmobile. So, yeah, not much to do on this one. And again, I've got this lined up here. There's the screws, A screws, and a frame. The frame is plastic. I don't think there's going to be too much metal on these cars because obviously it's a F1 car and they want to keep the weight down. We're going to want this way round. I think we've got it in the right place already because this is actually going to be going just on this front section here. Now we want it round this way. I'm trying to figure out how it's going. It looks like it's going onto the points here and here. So I'm just lining this up. Is that right? Stand by. The instructions aren't very good. Yeah, I think this is definitely where it's going to go. Now, the problem we've got here, let's put one side in first. I think that's the best. It wants to, it seems to have some plastic memory in it for this to go in. So let's get one screw in here, which, there you go. That's one side in. I'm guessing this back section here, they're not even telling me where that goes. Is that on right? That doesn't look right to me. This back section is not doing anything, which is a bit weird. Okay, let's put the screw in the other side. So this is going to be going round this edge onto here. And get the screw in this side. And, well, I'm guessing that's exactly how that goes. It's looking like the picture. There you go. That's another stage done. Quick, eh? Hot dogs. I love a hot dog. Cinema hot dog. They got this thing at our local cinema where they try and palm off that they've got no hot dogs or they're not ready. I have to wait. Yeah, I'm happy to wait. So we've got some rear body panels now. Just 2 parts here that we're putting in. Looking like that. Again, you see what I mean? Not much to do in these at all. Get these out. And some A screws. That's all we've been using the last 3 stages, these A screws. We've got plenty of them this time though. These are going on the back sections here. So if I just bring that over, and again we'll go onto the close-up camera. Are these labelled left and right? I don't think they are. But the way they go is onto these parts here. So we're going to be having one going this way round. So the bent part here is towards the inside of the car. So one's going to go there. Let's get that all lined up and screwed in. They're not the easiest things to seat in here. But there we go, one there. And just one at the back. And what we've done on one side, hoping you can see that, I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Is it upside down? It might be. I'm going to have a look, Lou. Lou, you're awake? Oh my God. I don't think it can fit in the other way, Lou. I will have a check though. Stand by. I'm going to have a recheck of that one because it does. The part doesn't make sense. These are definitely in, right? But you see, we've got screw holes here for things that probably don't need screw holes. But it fits flush around here, which is why I'm thinking that is in the right way. Let's just have a look at how that needs to have looked there. Yeah, so it is in the right way, as you can see. It's definitely in the right way. Okay, that's another stage done. Well, I'm not quite sure how to help you with that. My Echo Dot's going off. Morning, Lou, anyway. Welcome to today's really early stream. We had our first rain last night in the UK in 61 days, which was nice. So my gardens had a good watering. And this is the fun bit that we got. Now, I'm going to be getting a little gadget out for this, which is not that one. Where is my gadget? There it is. This is going to help me do this stage because we're going to be putting the tyre on, but we don't put the tyre on to this rim with hot water. We actually do this with pure strength. Now, what I noticed when I did this earlier on, by the way, these we keep safe. We're not using these until we actually attach this to the car, which we're not doing at the moment. Let me just put them in my storage box, otherwise I will lose them. But basically, we're going to be putting the red side and the green sides together. So when this goes in, and we want to be pretty forceful with this, as you see, we don't actually need to put this hot water. When I did put it in hot water before, I'm going to keep that off for a second. It was actually making it too soft, which was causing issues. Causing big issues, actually. But it is going to take some force. Now, I've got one of these, I don't know what they are there. Will's Workshop had a name for them, a sponger or something. I say I'm not going to use hot water, and I'll probably end up using hot water. Trying to get this through the other side is not turning out to be as easy as I thought it would be. Let's try and get this around there. It's like putting a bicycle tyre on, but once you've done one side, as you see, the other side's like, nah, we're not having that. But we've done it. Oh, a bit more. There you go. So, that's that side there, and it's nice and flush. Now, if you put this in hot water, you'll find that isn't flush there. But on this side, we've got this rim here. Now, we need to push this further that way, and this is what this is for. So, if I put this down here, get it inside that tyre. Oh, almost had an accident. Because we want to pull this back into position here. Which I think this isn't going to cut it. I think I am going to need my... I've got a different one. I've got a metal one here, which is going to help a little bit more here. Just to get that in there, so that then I can trace this around here. Like that. This is lifting this up onto the rim nearest to the front of the tyre there. Just like that. Oh, that made me sweat. There we go. That is another tyre or wheel complete. Nice. Okay, now normally on a non-live stream, that would have been edited. So you got to see me do that live. This is stage 85. You're barely awake, bless you. We had rain here in Indiana for 6 days. We're flooded here. Oh my God. Need a pair of tyre levers? Yeah, I do. Tyre spoons, we called them, didn't we? Okay, we've got the electric circuit board and we've got these two frames here now. And they're going in. We're actually just putting the circuit boards in. We're not putting these in. So let's bring them over. These are quite big panels. Knowing that we're not putting these in makes it a bit easier for me. I might as well just leave these in the packet there, because it's these two parts here that we're working on. We've got a switch. Once again, I'm going to just check that the contacts are good. Contacts are good in the switch. And we've got a circuit board. And we've got some T-screws. Okay. Circuit board, pretty basic, looking just like this. It's not going to be powering a lot of things, I don't think. And it's the circuit board that we're actually going to be putting in first. So if I bring over this section here, the circuit board's actually going to go onto these 3 points just here. So we're going to line up the stays here and get this into position just like that. And we've got 3 of these T-screws, which I've just hidden under the board to put these in. It's only 3 because the one in this corner here is a locating lug. Now, it's not asking us to plug anything into that board yet. So even though we've got a plug here, and we know where this is going to go, it's B, obviously going to go into B, we don't actually put that into place. So now that's in, we get to put the switch in. Again, using the T-screws, this time they've got the switch round, let me get this right, if they've got that round this way, they've got this switch in this direction, like that, going into the space just there. Once again with Spudger. Thank you, Chris Hurst. Spudger. I've never heard that name before, but it does make me laugh. So I use it all the time. One there. Oh, and it's got the last T-screw just going in the other side. Nice. So we can turn the electrics on with the switch there. And it's in the right way because that is the off position. There's no contacts on there. That's all there is to do in that stage, which means the last stage, looking just like this, stage 86. Here's the magazine. We have got the upper radiator, and it's only 3 parts and some screws. And we're putting that together just like that. What a quick build. You see what I mean? There isn't much to think about. We've done the engine. We've done the suspension. I can't remember how many stages there are of this build. So there definitely isn't many parts. These are T-screws again, by the way. There isn't many parts in this build at all. Okay. I'm going to be having this way round to attach this section here. And there is a way this goes on. It's actually going to be going on this way. And it's going to be sitting onto the parts at the bottom, just there. Held in with 2 of these screws. And while I'm looking at this, I'm missing a part at the moment. I'm going to have to recheck that bag. So stand by, let's put 2 of these in. I should have a part that looks just like this for this side here. Let me go and look at the bag again. This was stage, I can't remember, hang on. There it is, look. See, again, I've been almost chucking things away today. That's not good. This just goes in here. And believe it or not, that's all there is to do in that stage. That is all there is to do in that pack. 6 stages, took me 23 minutes of streaming, and I've also showed you that Sterling kit model as well. Is that going to spark a discussion, I wonder? I don't know. There were 119 stages. Okay, so that's put us up to stage 85, wasn't it? 86, 96. There's about 30 stages left. We haven't got the bodywork yet. That's going to take up a lot of stuff as well. But yeah, there wasn't much to do, was there? I don't think this build, looking back at the history of what we've done in there, there's much to build. And I am worried that the Michael Schumacher build is going to have the same issue, because I think I've got that here. Let's have a look. Not that one. That one's for next week. I've got the John Wick Mustang. But here is the Michael Schumacher Ferrari, and you can see some of the parts in here. Again, we're building the exhausts, which don't take long, because one, these manifolds, two, three. It's going to be very similar to the last pack we did. A little bit of the engine there. Oops. And then finally, just 3 bits in there. So, much to do at all. But yep, you can go back to bed now, Lou. Thank you for joining me. I was worried that some of the Americans won't get up for breakfast, but we are done for another live stream this week. I'll probably do something a bit longer next week because I've got no cinema plans. But I'm about to have a cheeky Nando's. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Take care. See you later.